Ben and Jerry's had to sue the federal government to allow them to put a label on our container and tell people what was not in our ice cream. We want to say we don't use RBGH, and they wouldn't let us do it.
Wow, man. God, it's like I remember that, man, back like late 90s, 2000, when they depending on where you stand on the issue, a lot of people think they co-opted organic by getting into the organic standard there. And remarkable. God, I actually wrote about this back in high school, man. The bovine growth hormones, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be that the government, kind of controls, puts limits on corporations. The government is supposed to be on top, but the way it works is that the corporations control the government. They control who gets elected through campaign donations. They control the legislation through lobbying, and that's why the government serves the corporations instead of the people.
Yeah. That's why I got the FCC, handing things over to Larry Ellison, off and on richest man in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it is really scary that they're making it so that these Trumpian people and corporations control the information flow. I mean, I guess the one thing that we can be thankful for is that they're not controlling social media yet. But I mean, I think you got these billionaires that own the social media platforms, and I don't know what the heck they're doing with it, but if they wanted to, they could control what we learn.
There go all of us, but for the grace of the normal ones like Substack. Thank you, Jesus, Substack. And YouTube. Love you, YouTube. Mecha Hitler, not so much. Okay, man. Okay, so 2028. Do you have an ice cream flavor ready for AOC?
No. Ice cream flavors, people think, oh yeah, they just come out with it, or if, there's nothing to it, but it's complicated. I mean, first I gotta channel a flavor from the collective flavor unconscious. Then we need to come up with a name. Then we got to figure out how to make it. Like when I was making Cherry Garcia, it took a year to come up with, exactly the right cherries in exactly the right size, and chocolate that had exactly the right temperature, texture, not to compete with the cherries. And that's how the process goes.
Wow, man. How do you? It's random. How do you find the distributors for this stuff? Because I was working on another story that actually ironically enough, involves an ice cream person out in the Midwest. The Moose Tracks people. This was months ago, and I kind of stumbled onto this because it's right. I would never. As somebody who enjoys Cherry Garcia, have never thought about any of this before.
Yeah, right.
Like, where do you find the distributors for this stuff? Because you can't just throw in.
About it so you don't have to. So you can just enjoy
it. Hell yeah, man. Now,
but you're talking about the distributors. I don't understand.
How do you find the people that got the right combination for this, like the right solidity or whatever of chocolate and the proper cherries? How do you? Yeah.
Well, there's chocolate suppliers, there's cherry suppliers, I learned a lot about cherries. You got your Northwest cherry, you got your Midwest cherry. You got different ways that they handle the cherries. originally I wanted whole cherries, and then it turned out that there were some pits, and it's not so good when you're eating ice cream to chop down on a pit. And what they said was, yeah, we can get most of the cherries out, most of the pits out, but there's always going to be some. So we ended up having to use cherry halves. But there's a whole world out there of flavors and ingredients that are directed at food manufacturers.
Oh, interesting. Right on, man. Where'd you find the cinnamon? I got the Bernie yearning back in the day, and that was awesome because I like mint. But I never got the follow-up, the Bernie cinnamon one with the chocolate on top. Where'd you find the cinnamon for that? Because I really love spicy cinnamon.
That's interesting. I remember in the early days at Ben and Jerry's, we were making a cinnamon ice cream, and people kind of liked it. And then one time we made the cinnamon ice cream, and it was really hot, spicy, and we had no idea that there were different kinds of cinnamon, but we found out.
Oh man, that's incredible. Okay, where do I find this? Like, do I have to go travel down to like Latin America somewhere to get the special cinnamon, or is it, how do I get how do I get the good cinnamon? I like the spicy stuff.
I think you can get it where you get everything else, online.
The Amazon. Ben, thank you, man. This is so good. This is incredible.
Really
Okay, so aside from the freezer, all right, aside from the frozen aisle in every store, where do we find your work? Where can we learn more about what you're doing that's not ice cream?
Well, upinarms.com or upinarms.life, which is really what it's about. That's where it's happening.
Okay, awesome. Ben Cohen,
all right.
Thank you so much, brother.
Good talking to you, Tom. This was fun. Take care.
Awesome.